Persistence is committing to yourself. If you have a picture in your mind of who it is you want to be and what it is you want to have, and you've made that mental decision, you've made that firm commitment that you are going to become that person, showing up every single day and persisting in identifying yourself with your ideal is required in order for you to actually get there. You need to operate from the state of being it to have it. And you can only get to the state of being it when you truly identify yourself with it. And that is what commitment is all about. You need to commit yourself and persist in that state of being. Now, when people think about persistence, they think about hard work. They think about struggle. They think about force. You have to force something. But drop that notion. Because when we manifest successfully and we show up in the world being identified with who it is we want to be, it feels natural. It doesn't feel forced. It feels like a natural extension of you, and it flows effortlessly. You shouldn't have to struggle to get into a state. It shouldn't require a lot from you. All you have to do is make that mental decision and then do things in your life that are in alignment with your ideal. More often than not, it's just about releasing the perceived separation between where you are and where you want to be. Closing that gap. And that gap gets closed when you are committed to yourself and your growth. And you don't force anything that doesn't feel natural. Affirming 1,000,000 times a day and doing certain techniques and forcing the process creates more separation because you aren't operating from fulfillment. You aren't operating from your ideal. If you can show up in the world with your shoulders back, your chest out, confident in who you are and where you are going, and you are operating from this place of abundance or operating from this higher level of energy, you will notice that certain things externally will conform to the movement that you've made within. But it doesn't happen from a place of force. It happens from this place of calm, steady commitment, persistence to your ideal. And you do that through whatever method feels best for you. When you fall down, you get back up. You fall out of a state, you return back to your desired state. If you're having a few off days, you get present and return back to your ideal. You return back to fulfillment. You return back to doing whatever is required to help elevate your energy so you can be more confident and connected. This is what persistence or commitment looks like. You've made that mental decision that you are going to grow and become the best version of yourself. And when things seemingly don't go your way, you don't give up. You remind yourself of that commitment that you initially made. You remind yourself of that decision that you initially made to grow and get better. You have your vision of who it is you want to be. You align yourself with the present moment. You remind yourself of your why you do the things that you do, and why growth is important to you. And you persist in your ideal that you are already that person and already on your way to becoming more of that person. Persisting in this new energy, this uplifting energy, an energy that is in alignment with your ideal or the person who you want to be, for example, can be tricky and difficult sometimes because we were so reliant on the old narrative, or we were so connected with who we used to identify as. That's why it's so important to remain patient with yourself and allow yourself to sometimes fall down in order for you to reach new heights later on. We all fall out of a state sometimes, but what is important is, again, lifting yourself back up, connecting with the present moment, and doing whatever it is you naturally need to do in order to get yourself back into this new energy and back into fulfillment. If you give yourself time to be patient, this new energy will become more natural to you, and practicing this commitment is going to be a lot easier. Remaining in this new energy, staying consistent in this new energy is going to become a lot easier as well. Just like new habits take some time to form, remaining true to this new energy, the energy of becoming your best self, or the energy of becoming more aligned with the things that you want, that's going to take some time. because we've been conditioned by old habits, for example, or old energy. So do whatever it is you need to do naturally to persist in this new energy, the energy that is in alignment with who it is you want to be or who it is you want to become, that new state of being. Committing to yourself, showing up every single day, and being persistent in your new ideal, this new state of being, is what ultimately is going to help you get to the places that you want to get to, because that commitment is an indicator that you have stepped into your new reality. You've stepped into your ideal identity, and you are the person who you want to be already. You're already that person. Commitment is just confirmation that you have stepped into your new identity. So if you're committed and persistent in your ideal, the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you see yourself as the person who you want to be, and you notice things happening around you that reflect the positive change that you've made within, that's confirmation. You have taken that step into your new reality, and you are the person who you want to be. You are being it. And that's why things externally reflect that change. But it all happens through commitment. It all happens through persistence. And that's why it's so important to check in with yourself, be present, and remind yourself frequently that growth is a process. It takes time, and it's going to require you to show up every single day. Again, not in a forceful way, not in a way in which you have to struggle, but in a way in which requires you to remain committed to yourself. If you stay on course and you take small steps in the right direction every single day, you are taking that step into your new identity. You are becoming the person who you want to be. It's not like one day you're just going to automatically be that person. It's a process. And every single day when you take those steps and you commit yourself to your ideal, you are becoming that person. So by staying on the course, your success is guaranteed because you are becoming that person in the present moment.